What's going on, everybody? It's Kabaddi Keenan, and today we're back with another team review where we're going to be going over the Haryana Steelers. So, the Steelers made a big splash this year in the auction by purchasing Mohamed Reza Chiane, which everybody knows him as Shadloui. They purchased him for 2.07 crore, which he was only one of two players to be purchased for over 2 crores this season in this year's auction. So that was really big. I thought he would actually go for the largest amount. He didn't. He just missed that, just shy. Sachin took that title, getting purchased at 2.15, I believe. So Shadloui didn't get auctioned off at the highest amount, which that was my prediction that he would, but he didn't. He went for the second highest amount. So still, I was close. But I think this was a brilliant purchase by the Steelers because, to be honest, I don't think they needed to make too many changes. I don't think they needed to go for a lot of overturn with their team, unlike another team that made it to the playoffs, who I thought was poised to do well again and made a bunch of, to me, unnecessary changes. We'll get to that team at a later time, but I thought this was a great purchase for them because he's going to add to that defense. He was the number one defender last year with 99 tackle points, which was the highest. The second closest person behind him only had 78, so he outmatched the second best defender by over 20 points last season. So he's by far and away the best defender, and he's going to what was the best defensive team last year, who had alone 3 players in the top 10 in tackle points. Now, they did lose one with losing Mohit Nandal, but to replace him with Mohamed Reza, I don't think you can be mad at them for that, for letting him go while gaining the top defender. While yes, Mohit was the 5th best, they got the number 1, and they were able to retain 2 of their other top 10 defenders in Jaideep Dahaya and Rahul Sethpal, which Rahul Sethpal was the number 4 defender with 73 points, and Jaideep was the number 9 defender with 68 points. So bringing in from last year a combined 99, 68, and 73 points, like they're going to be very good defensively again. And you saw what they were able to do last year with the team that they had, going all the way to the finals, losing out to the Paneri Polton, who I don't even think it's arguably that they were the best team to ever exist in the PKL last year. They were absolutely amazing, almost unstoppable, and for them to hang into the final the way that they did, I think the Steelers are poised to do very well again this year. Again, I think Mohamed Reza teaming up alongside Jaideep and Rahul is going to be dangerous for any team to try and raid against. They're going to be in trouble. I wouldn't doubt that they're like the number 1 team again defensively this season. My only concern about the Steelers is their offense, which was a bit of a sticking point for them last year, which I think is the reason why they couldn't quite pull it out against the Paneri Polton in the final. I just don't think they had enough rating options, and I don't think their offense was good enough to win the championship last year. Now, they didn't really make any upgrades to their team offensively. They stuck with some of their young guns that they had with Shivam Patare and Vinay, and they also retained Vishal Tate. So offensively, they didn't really make too many changes or upgrades, but hopefully with the addition of Mohamed Reza, who's now, thanks to last season, considered an all-rounder, hopefully he can add in that area. But I think in order for them to really take that next step and hopefully win their first championship, I think that Shivam Patare and Vinay are going to have to step their game up. I think they have enough to make the playoffs. I think they have all the pieces there to make the playoffs. It's just how far in the playoffs I think that they can go. I think that's the question. Now, the one player that I actually am very intrigued with this year is Vishal Tate. Now, he only played 3 matches last season, but in those 3 matches, he had 24 rating points, which is pretty good. That's almost 8. That's like an 8-point average in those 3 games. So he was impressive, and I'm curious to see how they implement him this season because I think they're going to need him more than they did last season. We'll see how they do this season. I'm excited about them. I'm glad that they went about the auction that they did and sort of cultivated the team that they were able to cultivate. Right now, I think they're going to be one of the more dangerous teams in the league. On paper here, I think they have a good chance of making the playoffs. It's just a matter of how deep that they can go. show. And I think Manpreet Singh, their coach, is one of the best coaches. He loves his players. I think the players love him. They really respond to him. So I think with bringing Shadloui alongside him, I'm really hoping that they can get along and really lead this team. I think Shadloui is just a very important player right now. I think he's just one of the best that any team can have. I know the Plenary Polton are probably going to miss him. Surprised that they didn't want to bring him back. But I think Shadloui teaming up with Manpreet Singh to hopefully lead this team to their first championship, I think it's on the table. I would not be surprised if they, finalists last year, lost it, go back to the finals this year and win it. I think that's a very possible outcome for them. So I'm really excited about this team. So I'm hoping that they can do well, and I think it'd be pretty cool to see Shadloui potentially win 2 championships back to back with 2 different teams. So we'll see how they do. I'm looking forward to the Haryana Steelers this season. And yeah, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, and we'll be back with another one. Talk to you guys later.